Yeah, I used to roll backwoods, Rick the Dawn's good wherever he goes. 1 million and one flows, depositing dough. Said you down with the mafia family, let me know. Yeah, number one, I don't do number two. They watching how I do because I'm really hood. Red hoodie, gold jewelry, too groovy, might lose me. Don't approach with the foolery. Keep the two on me, homie. You don't know me, Rick the Dawn, the one and only. Yeah. Yo, what's going on? It's your main man, Rick the Dawn. Hey, today we talking about money. I know I got your attention off that. We talking about the cream, the money. The reason I decided to have this episode is because I wanted to share a couple things that have worked for me in the last couple of years. If you don't know, I am an entrepreneur now. I have made the decision to completely invest myself in becoming a trillionaire, not even a billionaire, not even a millionaire. My goal is a trillionaire. And I'm not telling myself I can't do it. That's the problem with people with my skin tone. We just don't have that audacity. I always say the biggest difference between a black person and a white person is audacity. That's all it is. That's the only difference. They have more guts than a lot of us do. And I'm saying that about myself. So I've had to make that adjustment mentally. And I'm saying I can do anything I want to because I believe that's what they think. I mean, think about it. They've come to a country and claimed it as their own. That takes audacity and guts. And I've adapted that particular mindset. So I'm talking about trillions, all right? Because why not? Why not me? But I also realized that in order to get to those trillions, I had to make some adjustments. I was working and I had a normal salary job. And I still believe that is a great thing to have. I'm not sitting here saying that I think people should retire. I think a salaried job is a great thing to have. However, I think that if you're working a job which presents a salary and you would like to, break into financial independence, you're going to have to make a decision. The same one I made, which was I have to do both. I can't just be a worker. When I made that decision, I think that is what set me on the course that I'm on now, which is I'm starting to see some things I've never seen financially. I've always been a business-minded individual. Even back in elementary, high school, I sold candy in conjunction with going to class. And that's the point I just made, which is doing both. So if you are working, great, because you're going to need some kind of financing. And why not finance yourself? A lot of people, when they're starting their own businesses, they'll go to banks and get loans. Wait a minute. You can avoid that entire issue if you have a job. So in essence, having a job with a salary or even one that just gives you paychecks every 2 weeks could be exactly what you need to fund your independent business. Let me explain what I mean by that. For myself, I made a decision and I said from this point forward, my goal is to be rich. And I have a podcast episode about this entire topic. And I really recommend you go listen to that episode first before you continue here, because I think it will set up a lot of things that you need to know that I won't say. And the name of that episode is I Want to Be a Billionaire. So go check it out. It might be episode 4 or 5. It's very early in my podcast's career. This is almost like part 2 to that episode. But I told myself that I want to be rich. That was my goal. Once I told myself that and I made that my number one priority and goal, not above family, not above God, and those are in a separate category. I mean, with regards to my career, I said I want to be rich, because a lot of people don't keep it funky like that. They just say, I really want to get a house. I want to make sure my mom is good. Nah. I want to be rich, because if I'm rich, I can do all that other stuff anyway. The thing about it is, when you keep it that real and you tell yourself that straightforwardly what you want, you'll notice that your life and your decision making will align to that vision and goal. So ever since I told myself I want to be rich, I immediately started doing things differently as a result of trying to achieve that goal. And one of the first things I did was I went to this sheet of paper and I wrote down all of my ideas. And by the time I was done, I had 60 ideas, right? And from that point forward, I would take one of those ideas and begin the work to make it a reality. For example, perfect example, one of my biggest pet peeves was all of the censorship that YouTube was bringing about with regards to my videos. I would upload a video and they would say this was wrong or something over here happened. Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. And I said, you know what? I want to create a platform that just gives you freedom. And that's one of my businesses. In fact, you can see it on the screen behind me. One of my companies is VidMondo. All right, a video sharing platform. That's VidMondo.com. And you go there, you'll see that people have begun to upload videos just like YouTube, but with more freedom. And there you have it. So that's the first one. Okay, it sounds okay. Well, what up? All right. I also make music, and I'm tired of putting my music on Spotify and getting pennies every time someone listens to my music. So I said, you know what? I'll make my own website, and if people want to hear my music, they'll come to my website, and you can check that out as well at rickthedon.com. I'm not trying to plug these websites. I promise you, I'm not. But I'm just showing you that I had created these actual entities. And matter of fact, is it on? No, that's my social media. But I created these actual businesses, and it all started from the vision that I want to be rich. All right, since it's on the screen, I said I want to create a clothing store. That's always been a dream of mine. So I created brokenheartshirts.com. All right, I gotta talk about it. It's right there. All right, there it is. That really hood hoodie. All right, so I said I wanted to create a space for independent artists. And there you have it. reallyhood.com for independent rappers. And then this podcast is another one. And the only reason I'm telling you this is because I took that vision and that action plan and I brought it to fruition. I breathed life into it. It's because of that vision and that goal and mindset that I'm talking to you right now. If I didn't have that conversation with myself saying, I'm ready to be rich and I'm going to do what it takes to get there. If it were not for that discussion, I wouldn't even be in front of you right now. And I'm hoping that I'm talking to somebody who's still trying to figure out their way. You know your way. You know what you need to be doing. Go get that pencil and paper and write down your ideas. Write down your dreams. What are some things you've always wanted to do, but didn't have the courage to do it? I dare you to put the work in to make that dream possible. We have some of the smartest people, most beautiful people, most financially literate people on the earth. However, we just don't have the audacity. We have everything but that. We have the athleticism. We have the beauty. We have the talent. We got everything except the courage. And once I infused myself, that self-motivation that I was needing, once I put that in place, I said, okay, let's do it. Now, here's the problem. We got to talk about this. When you set out to do your own thing and create your own visions and create your own businesses, you're going to fail. It's going to be slow sometimes. I've started this particular venture about 2 years ago, and I haven't made much money yet. But you know what? It's okay. And I have to say this, and I don't mean to be rude when I say this, but people are afraid of failure. They will go work for McDonald's or for some super rich company, or they'll go work for somebody else for 30 years for a small pension once it's all said and done. And some of us don't even get pensions. We just get a certificate or a gift card. Like, thank you for your 20 years. We'll go put 20 years into a company, but we will not put 20 years into our own company. What sense does that make? So yes, I'm in year 2 of my business. Yes, it's still taking me time to generate earnings. Yes, that's true. It's been rough. It's been tough. And some of that is my own fault. Right now I have 9 companies all working interchangeably. They're all active right now. And perhaps I should have just did 1 or 2 or 3. I think if I did it that way, then perhaps I'll be further along and probably generating earnings. But I wanted the hard. I said this. I want to challenge myself. Give me 5 companies, 6 companies, and now it is 9 companies. Give me 10, and it might be 10 sooner or later. So give me 9 companies. I'm going to work on all of them simultaneously just to increase my chances of being rich. Because you know how they say, don't put all your eggs in one basket, which is why I decided to make more than one company. If you put 5-10 years into one company and it ultimately duds out and doesn't go anywhere or generate any income, that's a huge failure. And I was not prepared to take that risk. So what I did was I hedged my bets. I'm going to put a few eggs in about 9 baskets. And all I need is one of these baskets to blow up. And that's what it was. But my ultimate goal, if I might be honest, is to make sure all 9 of these companies are successful. I believe that the trillionaires, the quadrillionaires, that will be present in about 20 to 50 years will not be people like Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, they have one dominant company. Elon Musk has Tesla. Jeff Bezos has Amazon. However, I think the quadrillionaires, and they are coming, they will be people who have 4 or 5 of those types of companies. Instead of Mark Zuckerberg owning Facebook, Jeff Bezos owning Amazon, Elon Musk owning Tesla, and all the other billionaires owning whatever, it'll be one person who's created a store that's got as big as Amazon. That one person also created a social media space that's as big as Facebook. So that one person would have created those 4 or 5 companies, and they've all exploded financially. Those will be the people who own the financial hierarchies in about 20, 30 years. Mark my words, I'm going to be one of them. I'm going to tell you why. Because I created about 9 companies, and of those 9, with the goal of all 9 being that way, at least 5 will skyrocket. You want to know why? Because I'm going to will it to be so. I have the audacity. I have the faith. I have the vision. I will not accept failure. I will not lose. I don't care how much work it takes. There's no such thing as failure. The only thing that there is quitting. That's the only thing there is. You cannot fail if you are willing to put the work in day after day after day. And that's what it is. Never be afraid of small beginnings. Something that does not work in the beginning can work later if you're willing to put the work in and have the courage and audacity. And most importantly, if you have the faith to will it to be so. And guess what I got? I got Faith Evans, boy. Listen, I'm not playing no games. I told y'all what it was. This podcast is going to grow. My social media sites is going to grow. I got about 3 or 4 of them. Some of them are in production, still being worked on. My video sharing website, Vidmondo, is going to grow. My music is going to grow. Everything is going to grow because I said it is. And more importantly, just like I put and invested time into those companies that I work for, I'm going to invest it in myself. A lot of people, they get some money and they ask financial gurus like Warren Buffett, I got $1,000. Where should I invest it? What kind of company should I invest it? You know what my advice is? Yourself. Invest it in your name, your company, yourself, your family. Okay, what? You're not good enough? You're going to go buy 300 shares of Coca-Cola? Why? Why not buy 300 shares of yourself? When you put your money into some of these companies, you don't know what these CEOs are doing. You know, they raise their salaries up all of a sudden. And the money that you've invested in them may not go towards what you thought it would go to. But you know what happens when you invest in yourself? You know exactly where the money is going. If I'm sitting on any kind of money, I'll tell you like this. I'm going to hire people to build, certain things, certain attachments to my sites. For example, vidmondo.com. If you go to it now, you will notice that it has ads on it. It did not have ads on it, a week ago? You have to invest in yourself. Perhaps what I will be doing in about a couple days or so, I'll start putting ads and doing more marketing on this podcast and certain episodes. Instagram, Facebook, they have these ad programs. You give Instagram $30, they'll actually put your content in front of people for 30 days. Believe it or not, right? Just $30. A lot of us spend our money on frivolous things, shoes and all this crazy stuff. Put that into a business and invest in it yourself and help somebody and change somebody's life. There's a quote that has moved me from within my spirit, and I have to share it because it's so important. I'll tell you after this little break. Check out this song by yours truly, Mr. Rick the Don. And when I come back, I'm going to give you a nugget that will change your life. Don't go nowhere.
Ricky, baby, straight from the mid-80s. I don't need you, baby, I take you, lady. Says she like chocolate, I'm the chocolate train. Run game on your dame with some super aim. Step arm, Lucky Charms, people say that I'm calm. Fire bomb, fire alarm, let's just say that I'm armed. You a lame, I'm the king, see the drama I bring up in my lane. Make it rain, girlie, this is your chance.
For the night of your life, living life trite, something so nice could look so mean, pocket so green.
Meet the green team by any means. This magazine ain't a thing that you read, it just clear the scene. This a move. Flex. It's a move. Flex. I'm that dude. Flex. Keep it two.
Flexing.
There's a lot of rappers in the rap game. You're looking at the leader of the pack, man. I eat a hole like I'm Pac-Man. I knock you out like I'm Pac-Man. Here I go, coast to coast, keep the toast on or off the road. Episode after episode after episode. I don't know, he don't know, she don't know. I think that I'll just keep this for myself on my shelf.
I'm the heavyweight champ, top of the ramp, never catch cramps. He is so simp, I am no pimp.
Just a smooth operator, as cool as a refrigerator. Will empty your carburetor, have them dialing operators. This a move. Flex. It's a move. Flex. I'm that dude. Flex. Keep it two.
Flex.
Ow. After the party, it's the after party. Sipping on Bacardi, ladies getting naughty. Don't do your dance, leave them in a trance. You are so blessed, I am no guest, couldn't care less.
I'm the boss, cause I paid the cost. Never took a loss, golden cross, cause I like the floss. Don't care what it costs.
We gon' flex, take a rain check, cause Ricky is next on your neck. Don't forget to stretch, go get you some rest. This a move. Flex. It's a move.
Flex.
I'm that dude.
I hope you like that. I hope you enjoyed that track. Here's a quote that it's a new quote. I just heard it and I haven't stopped thinking about it. And this person said, if you don't learn how to make money while you're sleeping, you'll be working until you die. And when I heard that, I said, ooh, you shouldn't have said that. Sometimes there are like sentences that they do something to you. Let me say it again because I'm getting goosebumps. If you don't learn to make money while you sleep, you're going to be working until you die. Let that digest. So it's been only a week and I've been like trying to figure out when I'm sleeping, how am I making money? You know, I don't want to have to go to a building and do work, physical labor to make $1. That is not conducive to generational wealth. Okay, we got the Rockefellers, we got the Trumps, and some of these families who are sitting on acres and millions and millions and millions of dollars. The Hiltons. You think she going out there working every day? A lot of people got it twisted, and I used to have it twisted until recently. It's the wrong mindset to think that you got to go out there and work like a horse in order to generate income for your family. That's the wrong mindset, ain't it? Because you already know a lot of these little brat millionaires, they ain't lifting a finger. They don't have to. So I think I'm making some adjustments mentally. And a lot of these millionaires, in theory, are living off of interest, right? Their family have trust, savings accounts, which generate tons of interest. And they don't got to work. They just live off the interest. So I've already put that wheel in motion. I'm going to create the generational wealth for my family because I don't believe that I've been set up to be able to benefit from my prior generation's wealth. Now, I will say my mother did instill a lot of business savvy into me, but in terms of financial security, there was not much. She did set me on the right course in terms of teaching me business, putting me in the right schools and things of that nature. However, when she passed away, there was no will. There was no money coming down. I was not the heir of any money. My grandkids, my children, they will be heirs. And that's a promise. That's a promise. And the thing about promises, you got to make sacrifices. So as a result, I'm not in the streets. I don't got time to be in the streets. My name Rick the Don, but all my shooting days is over. Okay, you can call me Rick the Businessman if you like, because that's all I'm about. If it ain't about business, I don't got time for it. I got to make sure that my son, I got to make sure his kids and my daughter's kids, I got to make sure I leave them an inheritance. All right, and that's gonna start with me. So I have to say, today is an amazing day because something happened and it put a smile on my face. I told y'all that my website VidMondo finally has ads on it. I checked my ad account today. You know how much money I made in just one day? 1 penny. Yeah. Clap it up for that 1 penny. So VidMondo in just about 24 hours, a little under 24 hours, has generated a penny. And you know when it generated that penny? While I was sleeping. That's right. I made a penny while I was asleep. I told y'all a little while ago, don't ever fret small beginnings. Don't ever feel discouraged because your business starts off slow or whatever you're doing starts off slow. That's how it works. All right. I was hearing or listening to a podcast about the guy who started Five Guys. And I love Five Guys. And you know what his wife said about him? He has several businesses. He would start businesses and some of them would crash and burn. He was a serial entrepreneur. He created all these businesses until one popped. It only takes one. And for him, it was Five Guys. So I am very happy about that penny because it shows me that if I can generate a penny, I can generate $1. If I can generate $1, I can generate $100. If I can generate $100, I can generate 1,000. And if I can generate 1,000, I can get to that trillion one of these days. But the point is, listen, don't do that. Don't do that. We gotta change our mindset, right? We got to change our mindset. Right now, I got somebody listening to this podcast that's sitting on about 5 talents and about 5 business ideas. I got somebody who can do hair right now. You slacking out here. Go and figure out how you turn your hair braiding business into a LLC. A LLC. Get a IEN. Get basically a social security number for your business. It's not even that hard. It's like you go into Google and you put in, how do I register a business with the state? How do I register a business with the state of Nevada? How do I register a business with the state of insert state here? Once you do that, your life is about to change because it's going to give you instructions. Go to this website. Okay. Click a button. Type in your name. Okay. Click a button. What is the name of your business? Nene's Bumper Curls. Click a button. What's your address? Type it in, click a button. And by the time you get to that last page, it's going to probably ask you for a little fee, about $200. Click a button. And there you go. You just started your own business, an LLC or a sole proprietorship. They gave you a social security number for your business. And all you got to do is start to track how much you're spending and how much you're making. Why is that? Is that difficult? I don't think that was that didn't sound too hard, did it? And here's the thing about having a LLC or a sole proprietorship or some kind of business that's registered with the state. Here's the thing. When it comes to tax season, all the money that you spent on your business, which for me, think about how much money I've spent on 9 businesses. You want to know how much money it takes to create 9 businesses? I'm not going to say it because it makes me cry sometimes. But everything you spend after you get your EIN for your business, you document it. And when it comes to tax season, wait a minute, slow down. And then when you start making money, you document that. And when it comes to tax season, especially if you took a loss, because when you're starting businesses, a lot of times you take a loss. And guess what? There will be taxed deductions. Do you know all those losses I took? Because I also invest in the stock market. Do you know I took a lot of losses? But you know what happened? I got it all back during tax season, legally. Because America rewards entrepreneurs. So in essence, you can't lose. If you start a business and it doesn't generate any money and you take a lot of losses, America will give you the money back and say, try again. A lot of people don't know that. I didn't even know that until my last tax season. I had no clue. But because I took very accurate documentation of what I was spending and what I was earning in return, it was simple as pie. So I'm challenging you. Think of what you do or what you're good at, and turn it into a business, into an LLC or a sole proprietorship. Think about that. Maybe you're really good at cutting hair. Don't just go to somebody's shop and cut hair in their shop, because then you're helping their company. Go in your basement and think about, how can I turn this basement into a shop? How much money is it going to cost? And register your business with the state. And then every time you spend a dime on this basement to turn it into a barbershop, you document that cost. And every hair you cut and every dollar you make, You document that so that you can be, on good terms with the IRS. We don't want problems there. But what you probably are doing is missing out on thousands of dollars as a result of just doing your business for free. You're a good cook? Okay, well, start a cooking business while you're working at your normal job. Don't forget about that part. You're going to need a way to finance your business. So as a result, you will probably have to continue working until things start to pick up on your business side. And once that happens, you can retire from that business and work for yourself. When you inherit or take on a business mindset, you want to know what happens? The people you hang around change. A lot of people don't relate to me because I'm not of the mindset of what they're focusing on. I'm not sitting on, a gossip column reading what happened in so-and-so's life and what happened to her and she tripped and fell on the stage while she was singing her song, a national anthem. I don't got time to do that because I got 9 businesses I'm trying to get to the top. So when you adapt that particular mindset, the same people with that mindset will navigate and gravitate towards you. It's a reason why I'm not in the streets, shooting my own kind, because I don't have that mindset anymore. I'm on a different path. So therefore, only people with a business mindset can relate to me. And those are the people I talk to. Okay, the guy who helped put those ads on my website, and I won't say his name because he likes to stay anonymous, but I love that guy. And I never tell him that, unless he listening to this. He know who I'm talking about. He's of a business mindset. He also is of a business mindset. And we connect on that level. And that's what it is. With that being said, I hope that I gave you a lot to think about. I hope that you become a permanent listener of this podcast because as I've already stated, my goal is to get this thing to the very top. And anything that you can do to help that, do it. Why not? If I'm helping people, right? I'm not here taking nothing from nobody. Like the podcast. Comment on the podcast. Give it 5 stars. Show me some love, man. All right? If I was listening, if the shoe was on the other foot, I'll be helping you. We got to help each other. Is that not how it works? Okay, cool. Because I can't do it all by myself. With that being said, though, thank you for listening.